Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. So I'm in the car and I'm driving, and I was getting ready to turn on some music. Um, and I was just thinking to myself about the show, my YouTube show, the Demia Avery show, and just trying to figure out different ways to promote it, yada, yada, yada. But anyway, I was thinking about the premise of the show, and a lot of it has to do, a lot of the parts of it has a lot of old school stuff. I love old school music, old school things just happened back in the day. And people always ask me, Demia, why do you love old school stuff so much? Why do you love old school music so much? And you know what? Normally when I get on these videos, I already kind of know what I'm gonna say. I already know, I always have it scripted. Everything has to be perfect or somewhat or whatever, but I really want to speak from the heart here. One of the reasons I love old school music so much is that it reminds me of a time when things were just easy, calm, simple. You remember back in the day when you would well, I tell you this, back in the day when I was a teenager. I think I was a teenager, junior high going to a teenage years, and that's when Luther Vandross was popular, and my mom used to play Luther Vandross back to back to back. I must have heard that Bad Boy album forever. I know every song. And you remember when you knew every song on the albums, you knew every lyric. And I think back then they had the lyrics with the albums, and you would look on the back and you would sing to them. And everything, life was just so simple back then. You just enjoyed the music. You not only listened to Luther's badass voice, but badass voice isn't good, but you would House Is Not a Home, Creep, all of that, and you would play that album over and over and over and over again, and it felt so good every single time that you played it. My mom used to have it on while she's cleaning or making something. I don't know, either she's making something for breakfast before she goes to work or whatever. But it was such a simple time. And then and it reminds me of times when me and my cousins used to put on certain records, like back in the day, like Confunction, and my mom's was Jeffrey Osborne, but stuff like that, and just sing around the house and just be having a good time. And it just brings up so many good memories when we didn't have to think about what's going on in our world. That was our little world. Music at that time puts you in a space where it's just you and the music. That's what your fun was. You put it on your record player, and you put that little penny on the top of the little arm thing, so that the record wouldn't skip. So the record wouldn't skip, and you would just go to town. And other memories, like my mom used to play Gladys Knight. She was a great Gladys Knight fan. I could probably, sing every Gladys Knight song there ever was. And songs like that made you feel. It made you happy when you were happy. If you was in a bad mood, you'll put some of those old school songs on, and it put you in a better mood. Or if you felt like you wanted some blues that day, you sit there, you watch your parents or whatever have a little drink or coffee or tea, and they just be in their mood. That's what I love about old school. It forever brings back memories of great times, of great feelings. Even not going so far back as Gladys Knight, I'm talking about like Gap Band and Average White Band and Atlantic Stars stuff. Even in that era, that's my favorite era, by the way. Send For Me, okay. Sing for me. When he says put a message in a bottle, oh yes. And Slow Jam and all those songs, it reminds me of my high school years, my early high school years. I'm in my 50s now, so my early high school years, when you were waiting, you were at the dance or the party, and you were wishing that one person would come and ask you to dance, or slow dance. It just brings back great memories. How about music like Frankie Beverly? Shout out to Frankie Beverly. When you would put on old school music, and then you would just have the reunions or the barbecues, those type of things. We didn't have to twerk. We didn't have to do any booty dances. And I'm not shaming the people that what's this generation is. It is what it is. But it was just all feel good, having fun, having parties, just celebrating with your family and your friends. It was just a great time. It was just a great time. And I miss it so much. So when these new artists come out now, I've been looking, excuse my terminology, but I be looking for to hear just a hint of some old school stuff, just some old school words or something. I love these artists that come out now that pay homage to Marvin Gaye, and even like sometimes when they do certain samples of music back in the day, it just helps me to remember a time when life is great and simple. So anyways, that's all that I want to say. By the way, I love artists. You know what I used to like about Beyonce? I mean, she's different now to me. Still a great artist, but she's different now to me. But at the beginning of her career, what I loved about her when she first came out, you could tell, I guess this was a tribute to her dad helping her, that the artists that she studied, or her dad made her study, like the Diana Rosses and sometimes I see Donna Summers in there, I don't know, but just the whole stardom and the whole training her how to be a perfection of an artist. You know what I mean? And I love that about her. And she was hungry, and everything that she did had to be perfect. And that's what the artists did back in the day. They didn't go out on stage and just walk across the stage a few times, and then hummed a few bars. They actually performed. They actually rehearsed 1,000,000 times, a day and night, until they got something so perfect. And that's what I used to love about Beyonce. When she first came out, I thought she was amazing. Not that she's not amazing now, but it was just her work ethic it's unparalleled, and still to this day. Now I'm starting to see some other artists that I kind of like. Is it Doja Cat? I think I like her, because I see the work ethic, whether I like her music or not, I don't know, but I like her work ethic, because again, it reminds me of when record labels used to groom their artists as far as artist development. That's what I want to say, like they used to do back in the day. So just to make sure that they're putting on a real show and not just getting up there and just singing some stuff. So anyway, I appreciate old stuff. Every now and then I'm gonna come on here and just share my thoughts about old school err'thang. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna do my thing. I got a lot of work to do today, and you guys check out some of my episodes for the Demia Avery Show. I have some celebrities on there. I have some entrepreneurs on there. They're talking about all the things that they other businesses or other ventures that they have going on. I have some old school artists coming up, so make sure you check that out. And I have some old school challenges in those videos, so you make sure you look at those and vote on the old school challenges. So it's not just music, it's old school TV and stuff like that. So make sure you check that out on the other episodes. But anyway, I'll check you guys out later.